Hi there, this is Kelly Leahy, the technology coach at Collins. This video is going to show you how to build a rubric that is connected with one of your assignments in Canvas. So Canvas rubrics. To get started, what I already have done is I've started a new assignment. So that's the first thing you do when you want to build a rubric to match an assignment. You have to build the assignment. The second thing I did is that I actually went online to find a rubric that's already been created. So that's this right here, and it's a rubric called Reading Video Response Writing Rubric. So I'm going to copy the title of that because I also want to give credit where credit is due. And in the assignment description, at the very bottom, I can go ahead and paste it in like I've done here, rubric from, to make sure that we're giving credit where credit is due. I never want to think that somebody is not getting credit for the work that I've not done. So I already put the points in. I made the submission type right now for online text entry. And that's really important. Even if you're doing a Google Cloud assignment, please set it up like this. And then after we set it up, then we'll go back and edit it and change it to a cloud assignment. That's important to note. And then I'm going to click on Save. I'm not publishing it yet because I haven't actually built my rubric. So after you save it, then you're going to see this plus rubric. So that's really important to remember, even if you're doing a Google Cloud assignment, to mark it as a text entry so that you can see this button. I click on the button, and this is where I build my rubric. The title of this rubric is going to be Video Response, or Video Number 1 Response. And then I have two, or actually three columns. I have a criteria column, ratings, and points. So the criteria is, what is it going to be scored on? So I'm going to click on the pencil, and then I'm going to go to the rubric. And the first criteria in my rubric that I like is organization and mechanics. So I'm going to copy that, highlight and copy. And then I'm going to come in here, my description, and then go ahead and paste it in. I don't need a long description for that because my description is actually going to be in the ratings. So the criteria is organization and mechanics. My ratings now, you've got two columns, a 5 and a 0, and we're going to add some in between that. So click on the pencil. This is my 5 score. So a 5 score is excellent. So that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that word excellent, and instead of putting full marks, I'm going to paste excellent. The rating description is right in here. I'm going to copy what I think excellent would be at 5 points. And let me paste that in here. Update ratings. I click on this little plus sign to get the next column. This is going to be a 4 points. I'm going to say good. So I copy this. This is going to change to 4. The rating title is good. And the description is right here. I don't know if you're noticing, but I'm just basically copying and pasting from one rubric that I wouldn't be able to import into Canvas for scoring into this one. I click on the plus sign again to add another score. So this is fair. And I think that was a 3 instead of that. And now I'm going to paste, or excuse me, I'm going to copy the description. And then fair, after fair, if you look on mine, it's incomplete. I don't have a 0. So I'm going to go ahead and copy incomplete. And instead of this being a 0 points, I'm going to edit this. And I'm going to put 1. And instead of no marks, I'm going to put incomplete. And then paste, or excuse me, copy and paste the description for what I consider incomplete. I click on update rating. Now, the most amount of points I can get in this row is 5 points. If I wanted more criterion, In other words, if I wanted another row in my rubric, I would click here on criterion. In this rubric here, I have 1, 2, 3 criteria. So that's why I would click that again and add more and do the same thing. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to leave it like that. And the next thing I have to choose how this is going to be used. And most likely, because you've just spent time making a rubric, you will use the rubric for assignment grading. That makes sense to me. You could choose something else, but go ahead and choose that. When in doubt, use this rubric for assignment grading. Click on Create Rubric. And then this is interesting because if you do not set your assignment points available or maximum to match your rubric, this is a nice little check. I set my assignment points at 10, but then my rubric is at 5. So if I want to leave it different, I could click Leave Different. But to be honest with you, to me, that doesn't make sense. You are using the rubric for grading, so go ahead and change it so it all matches. So now the score will be a maximum of 5 points for this particular assignment. Now, my rubric's finished. I'm really excited about that. I could publish it if I wanted to, or I could leave it like it is. But for those of you who want to use the Google Docs cloud assignment, here's the point where you go to Edit, and now you're going to come back down here. Instead of submission type being online, you're choosing External Tool, and then you're going to click on Find, and you're going to do the same thing you usually do, which is to go to Google Cloud Assignment, and it's going to connect with your Google Drive as long as you've already opened it. Remember, that is really a key to everything. It's opening your drive before you do your Canvas. Open your Canvas. Here's the practice I want, and I click on Submit. That's my document. I click on Select, and bam, now I'm good because now my assignment is in there and my rubric's in there. I also kind of, in my opinion, I like to load that tool in a new tab just so it keeps things neat and tidy. I can click on Save, and now my assignment is finished. So when you are ready to grade, over here on the right side is that Speedgrader, and I click on View Rubric, and then I'll be able to, my window, I can make my window as big as the rubric needs to be to take a look, or I can scroll. See down here on the right hand side, there's a scroll window. I choose whatever score I think is appropriate, and I would keep doing that all the way down. And then I click on Save to save that information. I can also add a comment, and then I could submit, and boom, I'm ready. So that's how you do the grading, and I hope this helps. Thanks for listening.